Hello everyone, welcome back to An Idiot Aboard. I'm Danny, your idiot. Here's a piece, well, chipboard. Guess that counts. Anyway, what are we doing today? I wish I knew what I was doing any time of day. Today, I have some wood up here that is about the right thickness to go on the wall over there, so that I can get started on boarding that out and clearing up some of the mess. So today is just going to be whack a couple of boards up there quick smart, and then some clearing up, some actual honest to goodness. I may even get the vacuum out, the shop vac that is, and clean up, because you can't move for bloody dust. And I've also got to get the Christmas decorations out, even though it's the bloody middle of July, because it's Campers Christmas at our campground where our fifth wheel is on Saturday. And we're not going to get there again until Saturday afternoon. I'm actually going to be home for a few days. Ooh. So I might get some stuff done. You never know. Got to get those out. Get the Halloween decorations put away, because this weekend just gone, it was Halloween. Because of course it is, in the middle of July. Got to get those put away. And also a general tidy up in here. Just want to move around a bit more. Because I found the more I've done, the more I've just left things lying around, as much as I've got a little bit of organisation going on over here now. So let's get cracking. Who has to vacuum their vacuum before they start vacuuming? Right, so from there to the edge of the door jamb there, 69 inches, 69, and I have to cut these bad boys. Hang on as we pan over here. Terrible camera work again. This fucking cameraman's useless. This board, which is part of an old bed, we're going to have to trim this off, but first I'm going to cut it down to size. Where's my mark? 69, there it is, 69 inches, just there. We're going to cut it down to size on my miter saw. Very small miter saw. Will it fit? I guess we'll find out. So this is the second board, all ready to go. Bang on the line. First one's already cut, two lengths of 34.5 inches, so that they can go up on the wall in sections, just to make it a bit easier to handle than a larger length, as it were. So on my King Canada table saw, I've been having a little bit of trouble with the riving knife. Now the riving knife is a safety feature which, as the wood goes through the blade, it separates into two pieces. Now this bit and this bit, they can be quite dangerous. If they get loose, they can kick back, they can fly at you, pierce you. That's why you should do it all from the side. But this helps keep the two bits separate as they leave the blade, so that they don't get caught, because the blade spins this way, comes down onto the material, so anything here can get flung back at you at high velocity if it gets pinched around the blade as it leaves this side, because wood naturally wants to spring back into its original position. And this was slightly on the wonk, so I was having trouble pushing material through. So, being a good boy, read the instruction manuals, because I can read. And there's two little Allen key screws down here. Loosen them up, get it straight, tighten them, clamp it back down. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. All done. So now I've got to put the throat plate back on, and we can carry on cutting. Thought it was giving me a bit of jip. Shop vacs on. Table's all plugged in. That looks about right. So we're going to carry on that cut all the way down now on all 4 pieces. Now they're going to be smaller than those that are already on that wall. That's okay, it doesn't have to match exactly, it's what I got. That's what this is all about, using what I got to do what I got to do. But now I know that I've got everything set up right. My riving knife is set perfectly, thank God. Everything's squared up, because I made double sure of that before I turned everything and connected everything back up. This is set nicely for a change. It slid through beautifully. Going to lower the blade now to the right height and carry on cracking. So you've just seen me on the table saw really quickly cutting these off. These French cleats are going to go up there. I decided not to do this wall in the end because I need to get more stuff out the way so I can get it tidy. So I'm going to put some cleats up here. If I've got any left over, maybe another row there as well. Fill this in so I can get more stuff up on the wall out of the way to make it easier for me to maneuver. Up there I need 21¼ inches cleats just to finish that off. And whatever I've got left, I'm going to try and get down here to add another row as well, if I can. But I've got some cutting to do now on the miter saw to get them to length. But first off, because as you can see, they've got a nice sharp little pointy bugger on there. So those and the offcuts are all going to be run through the saw one more time, just to take the tip off. Just here. Just to give it a nice little edge. If I had a proper sander, you know, that I could just whack them across, I would use that. I could put them on my router, but I don't really want to take that much off them with a router. And a router's really noisy. I don't want to make noise at the minute. Not that much anyway. He says about to use a table saw. Just want to take the very edge off of these. You know, I don't want to be cutting my fingers every time I take a tool on or off. So, that's what we'll do next. So, there we go. We'll have one up there, another one there, another one there, another one up there. They'll go in, nice length, and then whatever we've got left can come down here. And we'll get some more stuff on the wall and out of my way so I can proceed. Twenty and 3/4. Wow. All right. Marking for my screw holes. Gonna get these all nicely flushed up, like so. Yeah, fucking right-handed and all. Oh, not bad for a lefty. Yeah, I was right. I can't wait until all this is, well, until I've got more cleanliness going on in here, more organisation going on in here, and I've actually got my drill press that I've brought. It's outside the door, waiting to come in. Doesn't need refurbishing or anything. It's good to go. The guy checked it all out before I bought it. Demoed it in front of me. Works fine. I can't wait until I've got it up and running and I can do this sort of crap on my drill press. Save a lot of time. So I'm countersinking my screws just so that they sit flush or just even inside a little bit. Just keep it tidy, make sure no catches on them. Right. So all of these are now cut to the right length, the right angle, 45, and they're all pre-drilled. I've even loaded each one up with the screws I need. So let's get them on the wall. To get them straight, I'm just going to take another piece of this, lay it across the bottom of the one next to it. Okay. And that'll hold it nice and level. I don't know if you can see that. I hope I'm not in the way too much. That'll hold it nice and level, and then just whack in the screws. Like. What the fuck? Of course, of course, of course, of course. What I didn't check was that the screws I was driving in didn't hit the screw that was under there, holding the rest of the thingy up. So let's chalk this one up to experience and just take a little moment to correct that. There we go. So look, we've got ourselves a bit more room on the wall. Time to get a few more things picked up. What's next? Let's wait and see.